Now is the moment. The Pg.S champion will be crowned at the end of this game, and it will very likely come down to who comes out on top here. Is it a best of one for $1.2 million? We are about to find out as the final game of the day. The biggest game of many of these players' lives is about to start. Let's go to the call, powered by Intel and brought to you by Paperthin and Metro.
One game left and a life-changing amount of money on the line. Plane coming over Zarky, ending over a military base. That means we could end up with some crazy circles yet again. Paperthin, one game to do it. Where are we looking?
Man, I don't know. This one could go anywhere. On the western side in particular, maybe it heads towards the farm area as well. This circle, again, the first circle just has to touch the plane path, so a lot of options. Could be a milli base ending. You never know. It is the final game here of Pgi.S, Matt. I am hyped beyond belief. I have goosebumps all over my body. There is so much money on the line. I just don't know. It's been an all-Asia day so far, though, Matt. I'm looking towards some of these NA and EU teams to bounce back.
This is your last chance. Chat, tell me who you are rooting for. This is the last time to give your energy over to your team. But you can see planes coming in, a couple teams leaning in the military base. We've got a little bit of a mix-ups as it goes through, but nobody hot dropping in towards each other. Sometimes that can kind of happen at this stage, trying to buy it out, get out the competition early, but instead looks to be a little bit cleaner of drops. With all the teams to talk about, Paperthin, there is so much been going on Asia. Like, what has all been happening over there?
Well, it was quite an interesting year in 2020 over in Asia. I casted all the games for PCS Asia last year.
I mean, it's just scouting with bullets, but looks like Tiemba is pushing with cars. See, Pat Caps has an idea on where Lorena is at, being patient with this one. You can see the Oath is surrendering this point. Keep in mind, this is not inside the safe zone, so opting into this fight doesn't really favor teams too much. Really, it's about waiting for your opportunity, and Balefrost finds it. Takes a face full of lead for getting the down and the flush onto Lin Chun, and Mings is on the hunt for him. Defensive line is still holding for Oath as they do manage to get a retaliation knock. So with this, now I believe it is just going to be M200 that's in the low ground position, trying to see if maybe he can get some retaliation knocks of his own. But Lorena not having any vision on what's going on due to the building and having block out so much of what is happening here. Oath, though, coming in, looks like they're going to bring in reinforcements, try to get the res onto Balefrost, pumping the brakes to make sure that they don't come in a little bit too hot and heavy and give a love tap towards their teammate. So Snaker is now defending up M200, realizing a position, but Relo is creeping up the hillside and could spot out Lorena. I think that Lorena is really caught up in watching what's happening here. So with this, it could be a good play coming out. And yes, Relo spots out M200, and now Lorena is all by his lonesome. He's got the inside track to the safe zone, but where do you go now? You're a solo in the last game of Pgi.S.
Yeah, efficiently done by STK. That's a nice 4-point win in this round to start this off, and now can kind of catapult themselves potentially to a chicken dinner and then put themselves in the conversation for at least to be in the money if they can get that win. So Akkad and Hikari, oh boy, right outside of it. He not fooled at all. Going to get Akkad, and now another one is going to be taken down by Gustav. Afrika tries to have some kind of exit plan. It is going to be EJ getting the knock, the counter trade onto Gustav there, but Afrika with 2 down. It's looking pretty dire for them in this round.
Patience pays off for FaZe Clan. Getting 2 early kills into it, and you can see it's getting a little bit more messy. Third party's being a little bit more active. EJ goes down as well. Just 1 member up for Afrika Freaks. He's going to go ahead and run himself over. Probably threw himself out of the vehicle to try to deny a point. So with this, Afrika Freaks now out. Oath running up the hillside has spotted out T1, who is trying to contest for these top spots as well. Already 1 member down and flushed. Oath sitting on 4 kills already.
Yeah, T1 trying to hold a wide spread across the top of Potato Mountain, and Star-Lord's going to get caught out alone for it. That's not ideal. T1 very much in the conversation for Bunny. Oh, here comes a pull-up from Infantry. Counter pull-up from Gen.G. Double spray from Esther. Gets 2 members of Infantry. Loki gets out down below the beach. Peel is knocked, but looks resible. Infantry, this could be their tournament lives over. They could find themselves out of the money if they're wiped out here. Yeah, it's going to be Tiggleton watching, not wanting to pull the trigger just yet. He didn't really have a good enough opportunity probably to get a knock. It would have taken some just absolutely incredible shooting there to get anything going. And now the patience is going to pay off because PatCaps has rolled up into this. Win going to find the headshot. Tiggleton going to get the knock. Here comes the rest of Oath. Oath kind of with not much to play for here. Might just try to ruin the Soniqs' day potentially if they want to try to fight this. Grenades coming out for Win. Balefrost has been taken down by Shrimzy. PatCaps almost bleeding out, and I think this is smart. Snakers and Relo, for any hope to have any kind of longevity in this round, they gotta go now.
Are we going to see the potential of a shelter ending? Gen.G, Burram, two fan favorites lining up against each other, and it's going to be a lot of Loki popping off right now. Burram, you guys put up a hell of a fight and made a ton of fans, but this is the end of your run, going out in 14th, but presently holding down 8th with Gen.G nipping on their heels. Those kills onto Burram, just putting them 1 point behind him.
Looking to see if they can maybe third party whatever happens over here. Raylo has been knocked now by Flash from Day Trade. He's going to pick up that point. Vanatica going to get knocked by Tiggleton. So that might be the Soniqs kind of changing directions, and that might be right into Pio's waiting arm. They see him behind the tree, though. They know those grenades should be good. Pio just narrowly avoiding being knocked. The Molly going to nip at his heels. It's going to catch him. That's going to be the knock. Now it is just Loki left for Gen.G.
Problems abound on so many different sections of this. We've got FaZe that's rolling back behind Day Trade, so while they were harassing into this fight, Gen.G now in trouble as Soniqs is lining up into them. T1 moving into an advantage position around Zenith's Roth, so you can see fighting now happening outside the safe zone. Roth has been kind of caught out by himself, aware of the fact that he's in a ton of trouble. T1 trying to find the opportunity onto it, but it's going to be a little bit of assistance at range. Roth just dancing around inside the smoke, and Aqua 5 can't find him. Roth jukes this one out, and now reinforcements are coming in from Zenith. They realize they have an opportunity. Throwables now coming out. One good toss can absolutely destroy T1 in this position. Yes, there you go. T1 now down and out, presently in 6th, but eliminated. Shoot to kill, only 1 point behind.
Yeah, that's going to put T1 out of the money. And I'd say, honestly, it was a really good tournament for T1. I think showing up much better than I would have expected. I think really proving that they are going to be a force to be reckoned with potentially in Korea going forward. It's neither here nor there. Soniqs still 4 up on the edge. It's going to be FaZe below them, 4 a.m. ahead. This is a big fight. It's going to be a knock on to Godby there from Win. Tiggleton's going to finish Flash. That's another point there for the Soniqs. They are now ahead of 4am. 4am has the cloud card here, Matt. This is super dangerous.
And rolling into Soniqs' position of all points. We've got FaZe back behind Soniqs. Soniqs trying to gatekeep out 4am. A couple of shots are going to come, and it's going to be shoot to kill that gets the initial knock onto it. Buzzface also looking down in the hillside, gets a knock onto Forever. 4am coming in. They were the leaders, but Sonic has stepped up over them, and you can see it is coming apart for them. You can see 4am has fought so hard to get into this position, but the nade going to roll right in next to Crazy. Doesn't get enough to get the flush onto him, but the second one does. That's going to be 4am eliminated, and the doors come open. Now Zenith has an opportunity. Soniqs has the opportunity, but it's going to be FaZe Clan crunching down, trying to deny Soniqs in the exact same way 4am just went down. And everything can turn on its head right here. You can see Soniqs know the fact that their game depends on being able to take down the aggressors that have been to the north of them, or the south of their position, I'm sorry, and now going to have to reposition away from it. Could they find an opportunity? The grenade's going to land next to Fuzzface, not quite enough, but the 3-man stack from Soniqs playing along the low point as Zenith getting vision on the team, looking on a different point as North America versus North America all over the circle.
Well, this is great for Zenith. They're picking up some more kills. Team Liquid, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Zenith giving themselves a great opportunity to potentially win this. If they could come through and win this game, they will take this tournament and they will add to their already impressive stack of cash they are sitting on. They've already won 1 week. They could do it again, but the Soniqs still 4 up, still fighting through FaZe, doing a great job being tenacious. Tiggleton running along the hill, but there's some cover fire here. It's going to send Uba back. It might have been from SDK even there. Shrimzy shooting along the tree side, catching a little bit of damage. Still SDK up into the circle. So for Soniqs, they've got to get moving. There's a lot of time on the FaZe 6 circle, so they have a little bit of room to breathe, but for how much longer? Not much longer.
FaZe Clan still committed into this. They know that there is an opportunity for him, but with longer that takes for both of these teams is allowing Shoot to Kill to now reposition, realizing that a threat could be coming from their south. FaZe has to figure out they've got the opportunity and how firmly they want to commit into this. Uba gets spotted out. Tiggleton manages to take him down and flush him. FaZe now down to 2 members, has to make sure that they control this point. We can see shoot to kill now approaching into this point. Shoot to kill lines up, gets vision, doesn't get the down onto Tick, but it's going to be Gustav on another angle that manages to connect. Luke 12 looks back over, spots out FaZe making their approach, and this is a chaotic fight along the hillside, but it's going to be a lot of the aggression going back over in the direction of FaZe. Not a lot of options for him to move for, and 10 kills. Soniqs still just trying to climb the mountain as so many enemies are approaching them. It's going to be HC getting spotted out, finally going down. 12 kills for Soniqs, but 2 members down, and just Shrimzy up now facing shoot to kill.
A huge round for the Soniqs. It's all up to Shrimzy now. Looks like he is about to go down indeed. Purdy's gonna land the shots. STK with 11 kills as well. There's hope still for every team that's left here, Matt. If they could get the win, get some kills, there's potential. This is nuts. Yeah, Zenith has to push, so they got to start getting into STK's face. STK trying to hold this ridge line as well as they can, but the opening grenades doing some damage here. A lot of utilities still available for Zenith, and they are letting fly. They want to bust open this position. This could be the winning move. If they can dislodge STK, they absolutely are going to be in the driver's seat to win this tournament. Stuns are out, grenades are hitting Luke 12 in the face, but yeah, Shinboy gonna get knocked here by Penta. Penta trying to follow up. Kickstart gonna be on duty to watch Zhao Yang and MCG from the prison. Roth is gonna pick up Zhao Yang. Another point in the bag here, but Purdy gonna get the knock onto Punich.
Shoot to kill getting a little bit more control over everything in the west. Multi-Circle Gaming is lining up in the northern part of prison itself, and that means that a pincer point is going to be where Zenith is playing from. Only 1 member, I believe, up at the time, or 2 members up at the time, looking to position. It's going to be Kickstart now going down, revealing just now 1 up for this point. Roth has to play this so cautiously, opposite going for the res, and shoot to kill can't commit into it. They know where Multi-Circle Gaming is playing, so Multi-Circle Gaming would have vision on them if they tried to make any play for it. Now, Purdy getting a little bit of an eye on what's happening in Multi-Circle Gaming as they've been leaned in. No kills just yet for Multi-Circle Gaming, because remember, they sent it into this position. They realized the power from this point and how it could propel them into the late game. Purdy gets spotted out by Roth, as again, it's exchanged between these 2 North American teams, while Multi-Circle Gaming just waits it out. Roth going for the peak, and yet again, another res. Purdy still down for shoot to kill off of this. Should be resed momentarily, but it's the circle forcing everybody in. Do note though, Tank has repositioned away from the rest of his team and is now to the south and could catch anybody that crests along this hillside.
Well, they've got an opportunity now. They're throwing some of their grenades and other things. Shinboy edging along the blue here. Grenades are out in the back lines. It's going to be Purdy getting knocked by Lingdu. They're going to step up. Zenith is down in 3rd place. They fall short of the Soniqs. STK and MCG duking it out for the final win here at Pgi.S.
Lingdu down, trying to peek up onto this. It's going to be Tank. He has been such a performer for Multi-Circle Gaming, but there's so many angles that are popping off. You can see Penta trying to get the vision onto it. Another member of Shoot to Kill down, and that's going to be Luke 12. Penta, the last one up, having to contend with 2 different members of Multi-Circle Gaming. Spots out one, gets a tick of damage onto him, but now having to dance around in smoke. It's Evil Lee up into his face. Tank off into the distance, spots him out, tries to go for yet another spray that does not connect. Everything hinges on this 1 point. Separates out both of these teams to decide who's going to get that 4th place position. Penta has everything working against him right now. Lingdu has crawled out, revealing a little bit of what's happening, trying to get information for his teammates. Penta's gotten spotted out. The blue's coming in. The shots connect, and shoot to kill goes down to the blue.
But Matt, look who it is. Your boys from NA are gonna do it. Your 2021 Pgi.S champions are the Soniqs!
Showing up when it mattered, putting together a phenomenal game here.
All my life I want money and power, respect my mind, no die from last y'all. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud 9, and this 9 is never on vacation. Start up that mind.